Zotero is an amazing tool for you to essentially take a bunch of information, such as scientific articles, videos, really anything, images even, and you're able to put it into your own personal library. So you can have a bunch of different folders. You can pretty much organize things any way you want. And the beautiful thing about it too is that you can share it with other people. You're able to add other people to your library and collaborate and take notes and put it into one finished final product. Once you're finished with your library, doing all of your background research for your paper, whatever you're making, you're able to export a bibliography from that. So it's a really powerful tool because it enables collaboration and you're able to really, really keep organized while doing the background research for your paper. So today I'm going to guide you through a little bit of how to actually use this tool and get into some of the more helpful features of it that I've really fallen in love with throughout the years. So this is what Zotero looks like when you first log in. It's just kind of a blank screen. You can either access Zotero through the web version or there's also a downloadable version. Doesn't really matter which one you use, they're essentially the same layout. But in the web version, you're able to create groups, and groups are what enable you to actually collaborate with people. So you have your main library where you have kind of your personal notes, but you also have these group libraries where you can share what you're doing with other people. So I can go into any of these once it opens up. I do recommend the local version because it's a little quicker, but you can kind of just see, okay, somebody went through, annotated this. There's a note here. You're just able to see all of that. You can just add as many people as you want to your library, and everybody can either view or collaborate as well. So it's very flexible. You can have a library for pretty much anything. All of these different projects you can do at once. It doesn't even necessarily all have to be for creates. It's just a really helpful tool for any type of writing that you're doing if you're trying to collect a bunch of sources. So let me just go back. I'll show you how to make a group really quick so that you can add people and you can kind of start collaborating. You go up into this groups tab, create a new group, create some type of URL. Hopefully nothing that I've picked so far. We could just do really cool thing. You can choose if it's a public, closed, or private membership. So just basically who can access it. Usually it's just best to choose a private membership. Click create group. You can also kind of fine tune the privileges that people have if you really want. But as soon as you hit create group, you're good. You can just go back to your web library and there it is, your really cool thing. All right, for the rest of the video, I'm just going to switch from the online library to this downloaded version of Zotero. It's essentially the same thing. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add our first scientific paper to this. So I have this, defining and achieving. It doesn't even matter, to be honest with you. You find any scientific paper that you really want. You find the DOI. Just copy it. You go to Zotero, there's this little magic wand up here. Paste it in, hit enter, and it pops up. It has everything that you need. So the item type, title, the authors, DOI, everything. It looks like this one actually found the paper for us too. So if we open this up, we actually have a full text PDF. Now that doesn't always happen. There are two things that you can do if you don't have the PDF attached. What you can do is you can go to, it actually doesn't show up, but there should be a find PDF online. You can click that and it will try and find it. Another thing you can do is, actually I'll just make a journal article from scratch to kind of show you. So if you don't have all the information or you don't have the DOI link, you can start entering info manually. So you can say test, guy, whatever. You can add an attachment, go to file. If you have the PDF downloaded, what you can do is go to where it's located on your drive, open it, and it will also be in there. So same exact thing. But anyway, we're going to go in now to this PDF. We're just going to annotate it a little bit. But before we do that, I want to show you this really powerful tool. It's actually pretty simple. It's just tags. So if I think that something about this paper is relevant, I can just type it in, and what's going to happen is this tags window over here is going to populate with everything. So to show you an example, let's go to the auto pavement group library. I have a couple papers here. It can be a little bit difficult once you start getting, 10, 20 papers to really sort through this all and remember everything that's in there. So usually I use tags. Say I want to learn something about YOLO, the models that we've been using. Well, I can select that tag, and here's only the papers on YOLO. Maybe I'm interested in the YOLO models that only detect cracks. Well, I can narrow that search even more. In addition, you can also just use, a search bar, completely up to you. So we can add tags there. We can also add related notes. So if I have another article that I think is directly related to this, I can just add that there. We can also do standalone notes. So say I want to just highlight something about this article. Maybe I want to use it in my introduction. I can say use in intro, and then there it is. It's just a little note that helps me keep my place a little bit. Another thing that you can do, if you open up the PDF, you can read it. It's just a PDF editor, essentially. You can just go through the entire paper. And if you find something interesting or relevant, highlight it, select the color of the highlight, all that type of stuff. Go up here, write some text, something relevant about it, or you can click on it. So that's that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can draw. You can just mark it up pretty much any way that you want. Add a comment. This is important. And the cool thing is if this is in a group library, everybody's going to be able to see these highlights, and everybody else is going to be able to comment and add their own modifications to this. Yeah, you can go through it, add a standalone comment. So like this table is important. When you come back here, what's even cooler is you can add a note from your annotation. So everything that I just highlighted and wrote about, now that's in a standalone note, and you can just kind of check it out here. All right, so let's say that you've gone through all of these papers, you've highlighted them, you've taken all the notes that you need. It's time to export your bibliography for your references in your paper. So you can go through and generate a bibliography for each item. So if I want to do this, you can select pretty much any style you want. So I'm going to do APA for this, and I'm just going to have it copied to the clipboard so I can paste it for you. So there's one citation. You can pick any number of these. You can highlight the entire thing and do the same thing. Just generate the bibliography, APA style, copy, and paste. There's our entire bibliography for our paper.